Hey guys, Hannah here from hannahsmilitary.com, and on today's World War II Connected video, I'm going to be showing you how it's possible to order a pizza using your field phone by using the Amtsanschiesser 33, which is a standalone dialer. As we've discussed in the past, the Germans understood the importance of being able to use the existing communications infrastructure in the cities and towns that they went into. It didn't make sense to have to rewire the entire town just because it was on a different system than they were used to using. Now, in the more modern World War II cities, the phone lines had a pulse system. That meant that you picked up and hung up the phone on your own. Every phone had a dialer, and everybody had their own phone number. This doesn't apply to the cities that still had operators routing every single phone call. Now, even if you were to plug in a field phone into a pulse network and it rang, you wouldn't be able to pick it up or hang it up, which is where this went into play to bridge that gap. Let's go ahead and look at this and all of the different features, and then I'll explain the options for connecting this to a modern network. These dialers were all issued with a leather pouch and a field phone handset. Looking at the front of it, you're going to see a standard rotary dial, just like every other old phone. You're also going to see one patch cable terminal here, one patch cable terminal here, and then of course the prongs to plug in your field phone. Looking at the back of it, you're going to see your LB/ZB terminal here and your LA terminal below it. Those are the two terminals that you're going to use to connect to the pulse line network that the cities have in place. On the right side is your LB/OB, which you would use with your LA to plug in your field phone, and then also your E for the earthbound line. I'm going to go ahead and plug my field phone headset in, hang it up. There are two separate ways of connecting this dialer to a modern network. The first would be if you wanted to use it for your house phone. Now, modern US house phones use a tone network. You pick up the phone, you hear the dial tone. Unfortunately, this is a pulse network, but you can go on eBay or Amazon and get a pulse to tone converter for about $50, $60. Oddly enough, my house doesn't have a single phone jack in it. So what we did is we went on Amazon and bought an X-Link. This X-Link connects to cell phones through Bluetooth. So right now, with this plugged in, my phone is connected to a Bluetooth cell phone. All we had to do was strip the cable, and the red cable goes in the LB/ZB terminal, and the green cable goes in the LA terminal. Now that that's wired in, I'm going to go ahead and make a phone call. You'll notice when the call comes in that this does not have its own battery, so it doesn't have a bell, but it does have its own quiet ringer. When I pick it up, I can hear that the person is calling me. And now that the phone line is connected, the way I would connect this to the field phone is by attaching a patch cable here and a patch cable here. Now the phone line that's coming in, the dialer and the field phone can all communicate with each other. Once the phone call is over, the operator disconnects and hangs up the call, disconnecting the call. One thing to note, and I'm not sure if you noticed this, is that both of the patch cable terminals are in places that interfere with the handset. Because you need that pulse to be able to pick up and hang up the phone call, you can't plug the patch cable in until the call has been answered. Additionally, the terminal for the patch cable right here is used to completely disconnect the handset. Because you can't have it plugged in, it stops you from being able to dial, answer, or hang up a call. All it does is send the signal down the line, and you have to have another phone with pulse technology to be able to pick it up. I'm going to go ahead, unplug that, and plug this back in. All you have to do to make a phone call is pick it up, dial 1, dial your area code, and dial your number, and then you'll be able to communicate to anybody using World War II original comms equipment. I hope you found this as fun as I did. Please hit subscribe, and I look forward to your comments below.